Hansel and Gretel. Full story, English version. Once upon a time, there lived a poor woodcutter with his two children, Hansel and Gretel, and their stepmother. The family was so poor that they often did not have enough food to eat. The stepmother's cruel plan. One night, the stepmother said to the father, "If we keep the children, we will all starve. We must leave them in the forest." Hansel overheard their plan. Wanting to save himself and his sister, he went outside and gathered shiny white pebbles under the moonlight, the first time in the forest. The next morning, the stepmother led Hansel and Gretel deep into the forest. As they walked, Hansel secretly dropped the pebbles to create a trail back home. The parents lit a fire for the children and then left. Pretending to look for wood, they did not return. When night fell and the moon rose, Hansel told Gretel to follow the shining pebbles. They safely found their way home. The second abandonment. The stepmother was furious. A few days later, she forced the father to abandon them again, this time even deeper into the forest. Hansel wanted to collect pebbles, but the door had been locked. Instead, he dropped breadcrumbs along the path. But birds came and ate them, leaving no trail to guide them back. The candy house. Lost and hungry, Hansel and Gretel wandered for days. Then they discovered a strange house made entirely of candy, cake, and cookies, walls of gingerbread, and windows of sugar. They were so hungry that they began to eat pieces of the house. Suddenly, the door opened, and an old woman appeared. She seemed kind and invited them inside. But the woman was actually a wicked witch, who lured children to cook and eat them. She locked Hansel in a cage to fatten him up and forced Gretel to do chores. The witches planned. Every day, the witch asked Hansel to stretch out his finger so she could check if he was getting fatter. Hansel cleverly used a thin bone, tricking the near-blind witch into thinking he was still too skinny. Eventually, the witch grew impatient and said, "Fat or thin, I will eat you tomorrow." Gretel's bravery. The next day, the witch heated her oven and told Gretel to check if it was hot enough. Gretel pretended not to understand. "Stupid girl, look inside," the witch snapped. As the witch bent down, Gretel quickly pushed her into the oven and slammed the door shut. The witch was burned to ashes. Freedom and treasure. Gretel freed Hansel from the cage, and together they found a chest of gold and jewels in the witch's house. They filled their pockets and set off through the forest. Eventually, they found their way home. Their stepmother had died, and their father welcomed them with tears of joy. With the treasure they brought, they lived comfortably and happily ever after.